What's up, everyone? So for tonight, we'll be covering the Fortress series with Drakontos and Activists. So for the meantime, we still have a couple more minutes before we start, so let's go to the definition of terms. So this will be the bottom lane, or I'll call it bot lane, the top lane. This will be the blue spawn point, red spawn point, then the red altar and blue altar, and of course the nose the well. And for the holy artifact, I'll just call them cards in short, because it's a mouthful, of course. So other than that, well, let's just wait for the Fortress Siege starts, and let's see the activities here so far. So it looks like everyone has actually learned their lesson from what happened last week after that 51-second Fortress Siege incident from... Never mind. Anyway, it's like, yeah, they have a pretty much good defense from each side now. They're pretty much well evenly spread out from what I can see here. So, let's just, let's see. Well, we can just go teleport to the well for the meantime while we're waiting. Okay, there we go. So, let's just start here for now. See all the action. 35 more seconds, so let's see. Yep, no zerging should be possible right here now with this kind of setup. Good defense on both sides, on both teams. Okay, 20 seconds. So, time now.
Battle will start soon.
Okay, and we're off. So now at the top lane, blue team is actually now charging in directly all the way to the red gate at the top side as well. Ooh, that's an awful lot, and they actually started popping their freedom potion all the way, and this red team's actually all the way to meet them as well at the middle of the top lane, or actually nearby the gate. One more red teams have started moving it out of the red gate as well. That's more, and well, okay, that's the first time I've ever seen it in a while. Usually around the first 10 seconds or so, the towers are usually down almost immediately, but well, looks like there's a delay due to the defense of the red team this time. Not bad, well, spoke too soon. That's one tower down, one more to go. There, for some odd reason, red team decided to just, well, curl up at the main gate itself, which is, well, so much for the tower there. So for the meantime, let's also now check on the progress at the other side of the gate as well. So here's now we're now at the bottom lane, and blue team is actually, well, did quite a better job of actually defending their towers this time. So since there's actually... Okay, so that's why. So it looks like red team actually initially first focus on the altars. So let's first go to the red altar for the meantime to see what the action there is all about. So right now looks like the blue team is actually on the lead due to the two towers that were down on the top lane a bit earlier. And okay, there it is. So that's where the red team's at right now. They're actually just setting up a perimeter defense here at the red altar. Okay, there's now a sign of the imprinting and a response from the blue team. There it is. Blue team just dived in. I see five people just died directly and got interrupted them. Drakontos and Fan trying to do their own imprint with their own and got interrupted. So let's go now to the blue altar. Wow, someone got interrupted as well there.
The blue team has failed to
Okay, here it is. So far, only one of the red teams are apparently assigned here to interrupt, or maybe they're still at the spawn point or something. Okay, 7 seconds left before the imprint to the blue altar will be complete. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh, last 1 second, but he didn't make it. So there it is. So that's where the imprint team is actually located from the blue team, and oh wait, red team. It's actually still that same person. My bad. You so well tracking against all odds, just tried to interrupt whoever he could, but well to no avail. But well, at least he managed to buy some time more or less. So right now, there it is. This time Prince Young actually be interrupting our Furuku. Furuku's actually imprinting, but got interrupted. And we still have that issue apparently where sometimes the players just disappear at random, even though I'm already set up the maximum settings for the people to be visible, but well, okay. So with that, Furuku once again doing the imprinting. Got interrupted once again, or I don't think you'll be able to interrupt yourself there. Holy! So red altar's actually been down here. So looks like that's a strategy of the blue team this time. So it's like maybe a 50-50 split on the altars, then the remaining half is actually just assaulting the red heart. Okay, not bad I guess. It's otherwise, if you remember watching all the previous Fortress Sieges, there's actually mostly a stalemate here at the altars. which is like what we're seeing right now. So who's there to blame? To actually just maybe focus on... Oh boy, we're lagging.
The blue
Focus
team
on maybe
has
just
started
imprinting something
imprinting
else.
the holy artifact.
And there it is. Once again, blue teams are doing some more imprinting. As for the score, it's actually blue team is on the lead when it comes to kills.
The altar of
195
earth has
is to
been
126 in
imprinted.
favor of the blue team. And yeah, blue team's now actually...
The
Looks
blue
like they're
team
actually
has
having
failed to
some
imprint
control of
the
both the
holy
altars right now.
artifact.
And... Oh, looks like they actually have control of the red altar. So let's go... Blue altar rather, I'm
The
sorry.
blue team has
So red
started
altar, off we
imprinting
go.
the holy artifact.
Okay, 5 seconds before it's imprinted. It's actually being imprinted by Ichinichi, and they did it. So with that, they have their both altars under their control. So let's see what they plan to do about this momentum they have from both the altars. So what's the red team up to this time? Well, looks like they went on a defensive as well. As for their offense, well, it's actually almost non-existent. So
The altar of wind
okay, so I'm not sure what's going on with the red team here, but looks like there's some kind of communication challenges maybe. Because otherwise, if you just stay on defensive or especially at this early part of the siege, you just farm it in on Fortress Siege, and well, they've already been on the defensive. Well, good luck actually doing something here or getting the upper hand here. Otherwise, okay, looks like there's now a response from the red team. They're actually just trying to push away the blue team from their altar or their hearth rather.
The blue team has failed to imprint the holy artifact.
And despite that, looks like the blue family is actually still doing the imprinting. Okay, red team east out is already down, so let's see what the progress there since there be any changes on the altar so far. And there it is. Blue team is actually just pushing all the way now to the spawn point as well, so they're doing also now their own two-pronged strategy of pushing on the hearth and also the spawn point. Okay, there it is. This looks like it's gonna be the final push as the blue team is actually trying to position themselves at the... Oh, come on. Of all the timing, so see if we can go back to the action there. Okay, hopefully we have enough time to actually go back before the blue team goes to imprint it. Otherwise, well, tough break for us. Hopefully we'll get another fortress that we can commentate on. And the usual swap soon. Shoulda and play. Okay, judging from the sound, looks like we're still in the fortress siege, so let's see what the update. That's a lot of sound there. Okay, looks like we're still in, and wow! Okay, here it is. So yeah, blue team is actually just pushing down on the spawn point. And so far, I'm not sure what's up with the red team, if they're actually alive there or just dead. Or are they just going on a defensive position here, but this is their final chance to actually defend themselves. So if I were in this situation, what would I be doing? Well, you really need a huge amount of coordination for this one.
The altar of wind imprinted.
Okay, looks like they did it. Red team's actually now managed to defend their spawn point. That's one of the blue team actually getting neutralized here at the red spawn point. So for the meantime, yeah, that's pretty much the space that's occupied. The red team is occupying right now. It's pretty much the holy artifact and also their spawn point. Well, doesn't look like they'll be doing any pushing anytime soon though. As more and more still, despite the wipe that the blue team may experience on the red altar, they said, or sorry, red spawn point rather, they decided to still push on anyway. So yeah, looks like this already close to GG here. It's almost like an 8-minute game, but well, that's what we have right now. So with that, yep, red team side definitely doesn't have any powers right now to defend themselves. So pretty much them against the two altars against the blue team. And they still try to interrupt it anyway. Well, nice attempt though. And they even have someone who actually did I can't remember what that name is. But anyway, so far, yeah, blue team is actually occupying the altar, and this time they're actually now doing another imprinting attempt. Fan lead is actually Doom Sharp, or or Doom hashtag, or whatever you may want to call it.
9, 8, 7,
6,
6,
5,
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
and there you have it. That's GG for you. Congratulations Drakontos for the successful defense of their Fortress Siege. So let's see if we can find maybe another Fortress Siege to cover for the meantime. That's only an 8-minute game. So let's see. The occupied or the conquered? Yep, as expected, none of the SR forts were actually fought on that well. Our Great Fort that's conquered. Oh, looks like we still have a battle here. And yeah, looks like there's a lot of people also watching this one. So let's see what's going on this side of the war now. So we're now covering the Seth versus Renegade. Holy moly, okay. So this time looks like it's actually Seth who's actually now doing on the defensive right now on their own spawn point, as red team's actually now occupying both altars. So let's go to check the action here. So yeah. So it's pretty much in the blue team or red team from the previous Fortress each had their places exchange here. This time, yeah, from what I can remember, I think Seth is actually out with Fire Phoenix right now. Or anyway, we'll check on that later. For now, okay, yeah, there's actually we're just defending once again the area between the spawn point and the holy artifact again. But this time it's actually red team on the offensive. But still, yeah, so while the blue team is actually busy defending their fortress, it's actually now the red team is actually now occupying the altar. So let's go. Okay, let's go to the midway for now, and looks like they're now about to imprint the blue altar as well. Okay, here we are. So lots of red teams actually now trying to defend or trying to imprint the altar of their own, but then there's actually a couple of blue teamers trying to do the interrupting. Pretty much a valiant or a glorious attempt, if you will, but well, to no avail still. So they managed to buy some time here, but still only a matter of time before they actually get overwhelmed, and eventually the red-blue altar will be conquered, but well, they got a meteor for the trouble for it. But this time looks like there's now a sign of life on the blue team, trying to get their own altar, or trying to pretty much push away the red team from the altar, and looks like they successfully do it. Now it's actually there's an print from Madara this time. 5 more seconds. Ooh, that's too bad. Another 1 second imprint and should have been done, but well, red team has other plans for that one. And with that, red team actually just neutralized all the blue team on the blue altar rather. And it's now this time that the Bangus RNG is actually doing the imprinting. 4 seconds, 3. Wait a minute, did someone say blue team tried to imprint as well? Okay, let's check what's going on there. Oh wait. Yeah, blue team, so let's see here. Okay, that's quite a last-ditch attempt from the clan lead of the blue team. But so far, with this kind of defense, oh there it is, so it looks like it's the clan lead once again, doing a quick push. And there it is, actually burning up a lot of freedom potions as well. This could have been a viable strategy, but that's actually, well, it doesn't look like he's a Templar Knight there. So yeah, nice attempt from the clan lead, but well, still not good enough. Since most of the blue teams are on the blue altar or practically much defending their fortress, the holy artifact or their own spawn point. And we're still having quite a battle here at the red altar. So even with that, with all those side interruption done by the blue clan lead, there's still well no avail. There it is. Finally, red team's final conquered the blue altar. So with that, probably it's only a matter of time to decide to push the spawn point, or will they be going to push from the altar side as well? So we'll see here. Okay. Looks like they made a decision. Looks like they're heading to the spawn point this time, to slowly but surely neutralizing any of the blue team that's on their way to the spawn point. Okay, see 5 people now pushing over to the spawn point again. And as for the blue team, let's see. Okay, there's another attempt from the blue family to do some more imprinting. So even for this one, I don't see any Templar, Shield Templars or whatever you may call it, to actually do the imprint on their own. Okay, there it is. Blue team is actually now on their spawn point. Meteor will got called down, but well, they decide to say it doesn't affect them that much, as they decide to still focus on defending their altar. or their holy artifact rather.
The blue team has started imprinting the holy artifact.
Okay, blue altar has been, or red altar has been reset, and red as expected, red team's are imprinting it. So far we have now, okay, we have some brave blue team there. Let's go to the blue altar or the red altar to see what the action's all about there. Okay, here we are. So far looks like it's actually the red team is actually pretty much has the perimeter of the red altar, and there's having blue team actually going to do their own imprinting or interrupting the imprint. And somehow they actually did it with all that kind of red, with this huge amount of red teams actually at the blue altar. Oh boy, getting confused now. Okay, red altar, blue altar, red altar, red blue, red blue. Okay, I should be back in track now. So red altar is actually being imprinted this time by Icy Rain. No sign of the blue team this time to see if they can actually try to contest or even interrupt this. Okay, there's someone actually decided to do the dive in. It's actually the Vibes to do it. Lady Vibes also tried to do the interrupting and they successfully do it. Ooh, that's incredible for you. 2 against all this red team and they've actually managed to do it to actually interrupt the imprint of the red altar. Okay, but this what that kind of people, anyone can actually do the interrupt the Drakontos can do the imprinting. Lady Vibes tried to do a dive at to no avail. Okay, 3 seconds, 2, 1, and 0. There we go. So once again, red team has both altars under control. So with that, both altars is now, well, blue altar is actually about to reset in 25 seconds, but well, I don't think that. I think that should be enough time for them to maybe push up either side. Okay, here it is. So we're now once again back to the blue spawn point, and there's actually, well, no blue team in sight right now at the spawn point itself. So it looks like they're actually just doing either defending somewhere else, or they're pretty much still about to respawn. So as I mentioned earlier, so in order for us to try to break to this kind of some distance or this invade at the spawn point, you actually may need to, well, do a coordinated respawn. So once everyone has their revive ready, pretty much go like on the communications, go with 3, 2, 1, then respawn, then set up your defensive zone or zone defense or so. Then meet your anyone who's actually picking off at the sides of the invading enemies, something like that. But well, with this one, well, red team's pretty much well still have a good control of the blue spawn point, so it should only be a matter of time now before the holy artifact should be controlled. But with this kind of blue team defending it, well, still, yeah, I think still quite a good struggle we're having here. So let's see, the name of the red clan, or make that, yeah, Renegades clan leads actually use Zealot, while the other one, I can't remember. I saw it earlier, but I must have missed it. So anyway, so blue team still defending the spawn point and the holy artifact on their own base. Okay, there it is. So blue altar is now actually under contest or under dispute again. So let's see what kind of action we have here. Okay, as usual, there's actually a good amount of red team actually in the perimeter of the blue altar. And there it is. Devil Vibes actually doing a brave dive there, but to no avail. Got Aquarian has other plans for the interrupter, and this time it's actually Ura 0927 doing the imprinting. So pretty much I don't think it does matter which side I think it does. I take that back. So once again, don't see who actually don't imprint to do the interrupting, but this time it's actually Madara who's doing the interrupt attempt. Madara successfully did it. He actually did some kind of a melee attempt there, and he falls down for his troubles. So with that, we have once again the blue altar still under anyone's under free for all right now. This time Aquarian herself is actually doing the imprinting. It's now Limpy who at this time tried to do interrupt. He actually successfully did it. This time the Void once again doing another dive to Aquarian, trying to get back on interrupting the imprint there. Then now it's once again player 1 RNG trying to do another imprint, got interrupted once again. So yeah, despite all these odds that the blue team's actually encountering from their fortress, okay, I take that back. Looks like the blue team's actually managed to push back the red team, and right now they actually decide to bring the fight over to the blue altar this time. Okay, that's a nice recovery from the blue team there, by the way. Good job. So pretty much we're back now at the stalemate that we have here. But so far with no towers under the control of the blue team, well, it's only like a manual defense that they can do. So So yeah, looks like we're back to our stalemate. Completely, both altars are now under under contesting right
The
now.
red team has started imprinting
So
the
no action
holy
right now at the blue altar. So let's go now to the red altar to see what the action is like there. Actually, that's the first time I actually see someone recover from that kind of odds. Okay, here we are. So now we're back at the red altars. Still good amount of red team here at the altar itself.
The red team has started imprinting the
So it's
holy
now it's
artifact.
actually okay. Whoever did interrupted got interrupted by Violet again, Devil Violet rather, with his
The
cute
red
and fluffy
team has
adorable bunny
failed to
suit.
imprint the
I'm so
holy
tilted by it, by the
artifact.
way. Okay, there we go. So Lady Violet once again this time. So I'm not sure if these
The
guys
red
are the
team has
same,
started
are related
imprinting
to each
the
other, Lady
holy
Violet and Devil
artifact.
Violet. But well, either way, they got neutralized by the huge amount of red team here at the red altar.
The blue team has started imprinting the
Okay,
holy
once it's
artifact.
now Fael this time, or however you pronounce the name, will be doing the imprinting on the red altar. But somehow he got
The
interrupted
blue team
by
has
Lady
failed to
Violet once again
imprint
with a
the holy
meteor. But
artifact.
despite that meteor hit, he actually managed to survive, or maybe not.
The red team has failed
Okay,
to
so just
imprint
like
the
that,
holy
well,
artifact.
the imprint got interrupted, and well, this blue team is actually doing quite a good job
The
actually
red
doing
team
the
has
interrupting.
started imprinting the
So right
holy
now that we have the
artifact.
stalemate, so pretty much looks like what the clan leader or each of the clan leaders is pretty much
The
well
blue
just
team has
imprinting to
started imprinting the
discharging the
holy
altar or the
artifact.
holy artifact, just imprinting to their heart's content. But still with this kind of lead, it's so the score right now
The
is by the
blue
way
team has
918
failed to
versus
imprint
546
the
in favor of
holy
Renegades.
artifact.
Okay, Black RG this time trying to do the imprinting, and it's actually
The blue
interrupted by
team
Mad
has
Cat this
started
time.
imprinting the holy
Brave move, but
artifact.
well, he falls down for his trouble, and well, there's actually an attempt the blue altar by the red team as well, but it also,
The
oh, it's
blue
not
team has failed
interrupted,
to imprint
so,
the holy artifact.
okay, there it is, it now got interrupted. So this time it's actually Veragas, and well,
The red
never
team
mind,
has
can't see it,
failed to
too fast,
imprint the
he moves too
holy
fast, so it's
artifact.
Kage X on doing the imprinting, and it's time from the blue team here at the red altar. There it is,
The
the
red
SX
team
someone,
has
Van Hawk tried
started
to do the
imprinting the
imprinting, or the
holy
interrupting rather, and he
artifact.
successfully did it. And he just not get fragged for it with all this red team here. So let's now check also
The
the
red
blue
team
altar,
has
see what the
failed
action is
to
there
imprint
now.
the holy artifact.
So yeah, pretty much both the altars are actually under
The blue
the
team
vicinity of
has
the
started
both altars under
imprinting
the
the
control of the
holy
red team, but
artifact.
despite that, blue team has other plans and simply just interrupt them to the heart's content. So can't say who's actually gonna
Battle
win the blue
ends in
altars right
10
now. Red team
minutes.
has a good chance for it, but well, blue team will insist that they just want
The
to do the
red team
interrupting
has
on their
failed
part.
to imprint the holy artifact.
And there was silence here. No imprinting on either altars.
The red
Lady
team
Violet
has
is pretty much
started
well. I
imprinting
think he's
the
actually just
holy
the dedicated
artifact.
interrupter here. He pretty much rotates from the red and blue altar all the
The
time to
red
make sure that
team has
no one can
failed
actually
to
interrupt.
imprint the
Well,
holy artifact.
how many red gems I wonder they're spending here per week? Hard to say.
The
Okay,
blue
looking at
team
our
has
map,
started
let's see.
imprinting the holy artifact.
Yeah, red teams have decided to do some more pushing here at the altar side
The blue team has
of the
failed
blue
to imprint
team.
the holy artifact.
Otherwise, yeah, pretty much well, still can't say who for sure will actually be getting the altars. Okay, this
The
time
blue
it's hot and
team
cold
has
RNG, this
started
is going to do the
imprinting the
imprinting.
holy artifact.
And where's the blue team? There it is. It's actually Von Hawk who did another interrupt on the blue altar this time.
The blue
Okay,
team
hot
has
and cold
failed
once
to
again, doing
imprint the
another
holy
imprint
artifact.
attempt, but he got interrupted once again by, let's see, Queen, okay, I'm not saying that word.
The blue
Could
team
mean
has
something else,
started
so never mind.
imprinting the holy
Queen A, we'll just
artifact.
call it Queen A for now. Okay, so Acrain once again is actually also doing
The
her
blue
own
team
rotation
has
here.
failed to imprint
Her,
the
she,
holy
can't say
artifact.
what gender it is, but anyway, we'll go with the gender of the class she's playing or the race.
The
Okay,
red team has
so
started
okay,
imprinting the
red
holy
red also exactly look
artifact.
like being imprinted. It's there. It is successful this time. Red team once again controls the red altar. As for the
The
blue
red team
altar,
has failed to imprint the holy
still pretty much a free
artifact.
for all here. As more and more of the red team decides to pretty much occupy the perimeter of the red team, but
The
still the blue
altar of
teams
light
actually
has
manage to
been
somehow
imprinted.
get through to the altar. So Rocket this time trying to do the imprint in 7 seconds.
All
Six,
altars have been
5,
imprinted,
4,
amplifying the
3,
power of the
2,
altars.
1, and 0. They did it. Red team now both have the altar under control. So most likely they should be now be heading to
The
the
red
spawn
team has
point, but
started
then
imprinting the
with
holy
the bulk of the blue
artifact.
teams actually on the holy altar, that's a good place to start to actually pretty much put a noose on the blue
The
team
red
on their
team has failed to
unlimited attempt
imprint the
to
holy
reinforce
artifact.
the holy artifact. And there it is. So red team decided to actually just do some more pushing as well on the spawn point
The
of the
red
blue
team's
team.
defense tower has been destroyed.
And that's it. I think that's the final defense tower that was down here. So let's now focus on pretty
The
much on
blue
the
team
blue
has
heart
started
this time.
imprinting the
So it's
holy
a quite a valiant
artifact.
effort that they're actually putting here to actually defend their holy artifact, but with the new changes on the how to in the
The
fortress
altar
siege
of
is pretty
earth
much
has been imprinted.
pretty much a valiant attempt, but well, not good
The
enough
blue
if you
team
ask
has
me.
failed to imprint the holy artifact.
With that, yeah, since both altars are now under their control, looks like the bulk of the red team's actually now pushing their way all the way
The red
to the
team
red altar
is
or the
imprinting the
blue
holy
hearts rather.
artifact.
Zilt once again doing another imprint.
10, 9,
Any signs of a
8,
dive here? There it is.
7.
Devil Vial
The red team
trying
has
to do the
failed to
imprint,
imprint
trying to
the
do the drop
holy
again, but to no
artifact.
avail at this time.
2,
The
1.
blue altar is actually being overwhelmed by the red team, and there we have it. We have a winner. Congratulations to Renegade for winning, and it's actually Player 1 RG's your MVP, and for the set, it's actually Queen A is actually managed to get the top there. So there you have it. So let's see if there's any other Fortress Sieges we can cover for the meantime. Well, it'll be surprised if we can actually get a third Fortress Siege we can cover. Otherwise, we're pretty much, well, see you at YouTube or so. So let's see. Yep, already it's completed here, along with this one, the A grade, and finally B grade, nothing. So there you have it. So looks like all the Fortress Sieges are complete. So I hope you guys enjoyed this segment. Then thank you guys for watching and have a good one, guys. See ya!